What's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So, this latest kick that I'm on is talking about story songs, example songs, and hybrid songs. So, story songs tell a story within the song. Example songs just give examples of some concept but don't necessarily tell a cohesive story, beginning, middle, end, etc. And then hybrid songs are sort of story songs, sort of example songs, a little bit of both. And we've been looking at those too. So this next one that we're going to talk about is in the hybrid songs category. Last time in the hybrid songs category, we looked at uh, the song "You Can't Always Get What You Want" by the Rolling Stones, one of my absolute favorites. And this time we're looking at "Ain't No Rest for the Wicked" by Cage the Elephant. This song's story structure comes from a third person narrative, a third person observer who keeps seeing people trying to get by in various different ways. You have a prostitute in the first verse who tells the narrator that for the right price he could have a good night. The second verse sees him getting robbed at gunpoint, and the third verse sees him sitting at home watching a preacher on TV getting arrested for taking money from the church. Each chorus uses the perpetrators in these crimes and shows them telling the narrator that they do such things due to their financial constraints, their financial situations, because there ain't no rest for the wicked, money don't grow on trees. The last chorus is sung from the perspective of the narrator rather than the perpetrator, implying that he finally understands why people do things like this. A little bit of a pro tip for you: the title to this song was inspired by something a coworker said to the lead singer while he was working as a plumber. He wrote the lyrics to this song on a piece of drywall when he had some free time. Being able to listen for good lines like this is crucial to being a prolific songwriter. Making sure you write them down as soon as possible and wherever possible will help you remember to write those great songs based on those great lines. So melodically, this particular song is written in the key of F major. The intro uses G, B flat, and C, which is a 2-4-5 pattern, while the verses use G, B flat, C, F, G, B flat, C, F, which is a 2-4-5, 1-2-4-5-1 pattern. The choruses use G, B flat, C, and F, which is a 2-4-5-1 pattern. The song is dominated by acoustic guitar and steel guitar in the intro and verses. In the chorus, the aforementioned guitars continue, but percussion is added in. Electric guitar comes in during the solo between the second and third verse, and it's prominent throughout the third verse as well. So structurally, the song uses a verse, solo, verse, chorus format, and due to the prominent use of examples throughout the song, rather than being bogged down by a storytelling format, it allows the main point of the chorus to stick out a lot more. And since all of these instances are either one off interactions or a realization by the narrator in the last chorus, the chorus needs to only be sung one time after each particular instance is discussed. I know sometimes I get bogged down in thinking that I have to sing the chorus twice at the end, but honestly, just do whatever's right for the song. "Ain't No Rest for the Wicked" is embedded below. Make sure you give that a listen. It's linked below, I should say, and you can give that a listen. I sincerely thank you, as always, for watching my videos, my vlogs, and hope that you got something out of it. This particular one was probably my most intensive one because there were 6 examples rather than the 4 that I normally give. But I hope that it was worth it for you, and that you got something, started thinking about writing in a slightly different way, especially with this one, right? Because I talk to a lot of people who are, say, oh, yeah, I write songs, but I've never thought of them in, these 3 categories before. Um, Although, like I said, some songwriters have tipped me off to like, oh, it's not always a story or an example song. So that's where I got the hybrid idea from. But like I said, I hope this has been useful for you. I'm Minnesota Mike. Be sure to check out all my other vlogs, all my other blogs through the Memphis Songwriters Association that these vlogs are based on. Thank you so much, and be sure to tune in next week.